Welcome everybody to the next episode of Build That Pokemon. And today we're going to be doing this live stream here. And this is a big set here, big boy set here. And today we're going to be building the Mega Constructs Pokemon Forest Pokemon Center. And this comes with count them, four Pokemon. And believe it or not, it's actually all stuff that you would find in Gen 2. So obviously, you have your Pikachu, you have your Chansey, you've got your Togepi, and you have your Eevee. So this is the first of the evolutions that we've gotten so far. So the next ones that I'm hoping to find are going to be the Umbreon and Espeon, and or just buy the whole evolution set. And that way we can just have all of the evolutions taken care of, but we are not doing that quite yet today. So, anywho, it also comes with three Pokeballs here. Regular Pokeball comes the Great Ball and just another regular Pokeball here. And obviously the main attraction of the whole thing is the Pokemon Center. However, what I'm really concerned about is the fact that we have a lack of human characters showing up in this. Like, I'm not seeing a regular old human, I'm not seeing a regular old trainer, I'm not seeing a hiker, I'm not seeing any of that stuff yet. So I'm waiting for those things to come out so that way we can have something to go with these Pokemon and these Pokeballs. I really would love that. So, hey, Mega Constructs, if you're taking notes, like, please, give us some people. I need me a Trainer Red, a Trainer Blue, a Trainer Green, I need Ash. Yes, I've seen that Ash Ketchum set. That set was pretty dope. But I need, I need that. I need Ash Ketchum. I need all of those. I need all of my generation Pokemon starters, all the way at the very least up until Gen 6 or 7. So that's at least what I want. But anyways, we're going to move back onto the box. So onto the box here itself. So we're going to take our wonderful purple kitchen knife here and just go. Oh, I was hoping for a really more climactic, waving of the knife. Okay, let's not wave it too bad, but I'm going to basically just take the knife here and just slice that all the way down, and then we're going to do it again here, just down on the side, and going to hopefully open this up, if it'll open up. I'm going to pop that off the thing here. Can't seem to get this tab of the box to come undone. There we go. Should have just cut it. Just open this whole tab up here, and then looks like we just have to slice this piece open on this end and on this end. Hello, welcome to the viewers. If you're just now tuning in, we are going to be opening up the Forest Pokemon Center, and we're going to be building it live on this channel. So, if you'll excuse me, we are in the process of getting the box open. Man, why does Mega Constructs have to make their boxes so flippin' difficult to get open? Like, seriously, you rip it. Just trying to get it open. You just rip it. So, but anyways, we've gotten this portion open, and now we can just get all of this out of the packaging. And it looks like this is going to be a bit of a big boy of a set here, so this could take us a while. So stay tuned for all of that. It looks like I gotta cut our wonderful looking gear piece out of the box here. Looks like I gotta just pop this on open. One moment here, and come on. I don't want to. Oh, I really did not want to do this, but the box is just, it busts open. It just busts open. Hello, Lancelot Adventures. Hello, Kate and Cat and 999. And once again, hello, Matt and Jess Ulick. Thank you for tuning in. Hello and hello. So, anywho, if you're once again just now tuning in, this is the set we're building. So, it's going to be a bit of a set, and it's going to take us a little while. So, once again, hello. So, I'm going to be putting that on off to the side, and I'm going to take our gear piece out of its little thing here. We're going to show off the little gear piece just because that tends to be the thing. That is the centerpiece that they want you to look at on the box. I mean, they put it in a little plastic case, for crying out loud. Why would you put a piece in there if you don't want to show it off? So, anywho, we're going to remove this. It's now trash. So, I'm going to share our gear piece one more time. Moving that off to the side. And, yeah, this instruction pamphlet, it's a big one. So, I mean, it clearly has to be. We're building a Pokemon Center. So, Someone finally says my username right. I am so sorry that you're having that problem, Kitten Cat. And 999, I am so sorry that that's happening. I'm so sorry that's happening to you. So, but anyways, I'm going to take this off to the side for a second here really quickly, and because we are Boy Scouts, we are going to take this and we are going to close this off once again. Now our knife is safe and we can toss it off to the side. Much like we can do with bags number 8, 7, 12. Where's bag number 1? We need to start with bag number 1. That's always the bag we start with. Bag number 2. Oh, here's bag number 1, and it is the as I can clearly see who we're going to be starting off with first. It's going to be Pikachu and Eevee. So I mean, if you've played those games, you know. So that's the first bag that we start off with. We are going to remove all other bags until we have gotten to their significant numbers, and we are going to then, and or if the instruction booklet, this big fat thing here, tells us that we are going to need all of the bags that are necessary. So we're going to remove that off to the side. We're going to keep bags at number, this is 11. We are going to keep bag number 3 over here, and we're going to search for bag number 2 one more time here. That's not bag number 2, bag number 5, that's bag number 2. So that way we can at the very least have all of our Pokemon built up before we end up getting too far into the Pokemon Center, which is going to take us a little bit of time to get done. Hello and hi to Avila. So hello people. So welcome, and once again, if you're just now tuning in, this is what we're building. We're building the Forrest Pokemon Center, and yeah, this instruction booklet almost takes up the entire thing. So we're gonna have to build this bit by bit. So we're gonna bring our little lights in over here, just so we can get a good look at the set, and we have some light to take a look at this. So first thing, as we always do, we start with bag number 1. And ready, as Johnny Drinks would say, are you guys ready? I mean, I don't know if you guys subscribe to him or not, but it's ready. It's time for the pour. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, like we always do, we start off with bag number 1. So, and bag number 1 can be set off to the side. So now we have to, oh, hey. Oh, cool. Look at this. There, I didn't even notice this inside the instruction pamphlet. This is so cool. There's a little collect 'em all thing going on here. I think that's pretty sick. I think this is entertaining. Hello, Diane Koch. I think that's how it's spelled. I don't want to say words I cannot say on my channel. But hello, Diane Koch. I like the Dinobots too. I'm waiting for my Studio Series 86 swoop to come out, so that way it has a place on my shelf, and that way I can just totally do that. This is going to have to do for now. I am super excited for all of these sets because I think I actually don't have many of these. Actually, the only one in this picture that I actually have is the Pokemon Center. So none of these are actually, you know, connected in any way. Unless somebody can see the Zubat set on here, I would be grateful if you could tell me. But I can't see it, so it's not there. At least not that I can see. Pardon me, I have a little bit of a stuffy nose because I've been outside doing stuff outside. So, now, first things first, we're going to have to take this and we're going to have to bend it all the way back. We're going to have to take our big fat instruction pamphlet and just fold it all the way back. And to start things off, we are starting things off with the body of Pikachu, it appears. So we're going to take the majority of our Eevee parts and separate the majority of them from the Pikachu parts, just so that way we have a little bit more uniformity and I know what I'm grabbing within each part. I'm pretty sure there's a couple of brown parts that I need to put into here. Jeez Louise. This is not exactly the exciting part. Now, like, we're about to get to the exciting part. Like, that is the for true portion of this part. So, it says to build the face. So we're going to take his beautiful, smug face here. Look at that. Look at that cute little face we're going to be putting together. So take this, and you're going to be taking this half moon shape here, and you're going to be making sure that the ball joint piece or the ball joint socket is the bottom, and that is how we're starting this whole thing off. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to take his cute little ears, and we're going to snap them into place on both sides. And then we're going to take one of these, and we are going to cover it up, and there we have the head of Pikachu all done. Look at this cute little dude. Look at that little cute grin. So there you go. There you have there you have that part of Pikachu. So now we're going to build his body, and we're going to start by taking this piece here. We're going to make sure that the bottom piece, these little lines here, are going to be facing the bottom, facing downwards at the very least. And we're going to make sure that we can get our cat's Tonka hair out of the way. My apologies, people, if there was cat hair on this. There does not need to be. So, anywho, we're going to make sure that this is going to the top like that. And actually, yeah, that's where we want that. And then we need to take these tiny little feet here, and we're going to just put them down like so. In the other small sockets, grab the other tiny foot, and it's going to go in there like that. But we want to make sure these feet are uniform just enough that way we can peg him on and stand him up. Take this piece right here, this other dome piece here, and you're going to just clip it on right there. And wow, I really did not realize how easy Pikachu was to be done. Because then you're going to take these hand pieces, or what's going to become the hands, and you're going to snap them on like that, and then you're going to take the head like this, snap that on like that, body coming together, and you can take this dark brown piece right here, and you're going to shove it up his ass right here, and then you're going to take his tail, you're going to make sure that the ball socket piece is like that, and then you're going to take his tail, and you're going to plug it right on in. So now here we have Pikachu all done. This isn't Legos, it's a Mega Constructs, but I got this on clearance at Target for like $30. So, I mean, if you want to spend $30 on this set, you're more than welcome to. I'm just answering the question of Stella Avila. So, we just now got this Pikachu set all completely completed and done. So here's Pikachu. And now we can flip our booklet all the way over so that that way we can work on Eevee. So, that being said, answer this question for me. What is your favorite Eeveelution set? Or Eeveelution, excuse me. I must ask this question because, I mean, I myself am either an Espeon or an Umbreon person myself. I don't really like to get into all of the politics of all of it. So, you can take our ball socket joint, and we're just going to place it right on in there, and then we are going to grab Eevee's ears and place them right on into his little head right up here. I'm going to do the same thing with this other ear. So make sure all of this is plugged in just nicely, and then we're going to take, once again, this dome piece, and here's the face of Eevee. Just like so. So, I'm going to move the head off to the side for now, because now we're going to work on the body. So, they're going to take this four ball jointed thing here, and we're going to take this little piece right here and just shove it right there for now. And then we're going to take this piece right here, and we're going to move that right on there. And we're going to take this cover piece, and we're going to just shove it right on there. And then we're going to work on this side over here. We're going to take this 2-piece right here, flat 2-piece, shove it right on there, and then we are going to take this ball joint peg, and we're going to shove it right on in there, so that way it looks something like this. Now we are going to build all of Eevee's little feet, I guess you could say. So there's that. There's one. There's two. We gotta make 4 legs. There's that one, that one, that one. And here's another one. We need to make done. Oh, good job. Good job, Thompson, on working on this here. And finally, we need this last one right here. So, I'm going to clip that right on in there. And Then it says to take all of these and shove them onto the body. So Eevee has some pretty articulated legs. So bring these all the way down, like so now. Let's bring these all the way down, like that. So do that. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to flip it onto the next page, and we have to flip the freaking magazine thing. Oh, Kitten Cat and 999. Yep, that would be Umbreon, which is the dark black one. So you're that is my personal favorite. So I'm cool. That's cool that you and I share the favorite one. So you can take this little silicone scarf here. You're gonna shove it all over this ball joint. You can take the head, and you're going to push it right onto the ball joint peg right there, and then you're going to take the tail. You're going to grab a ball joint peg right here. I'm going to shove it right on in. Make sure it goes all the way in. So that way it's sitting like that. And then you're going to bring it down like that. Make sure the ball joint peg is like this. And rotate the tail to make sure that it's sitting just flush like that. And there you have our Eevee all done and ready to go. So I'm going to place him off with the side to that, and I'll have a few extra pieces, and on this channel we don't throw away extra pieces. We do what with them? We put them back in the bag. So, alright, so now answer me this question here, if anybody's still paying attention here on this channel. Literally ask me this question: what was your favorite Pokemon game? My personal favorite has to be Pokemon. Oh, jeez, I've played so many of them, but I think my personal favorite one has got to be Black 2. I played Black 2 for like 500, 600 hours, like till it almost died. I loved that game. And honestly, if they were to do a Black and White 3, I would not complain one bit. So, that was bag number 1, and now that we are on bag number 2, we got to do this. Ready for Johnny Drinks? It's the pour. Bag 2 goes off at the side of bag 1, and it also says bag 3 for this one. So, we are also going to open... Hey, I'm not saying anything bad about Pokemon Go. I totally love Pokemon Go. Whenever I'm a delivery driver, so whenever I'm on like waiting for deliveries to come through, I totally just I sit in parking lots and I play Pokemon Go. So it's pretty fun. So, and ready for one more time, the Johnny Drinks. It's the pour. Get rid of the bag. So. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kitten Cat 999. I am so sorry that you forgot your password for it. You know you can just do a password recovery, right? At least I think you can try doing that. All you have to do is use your Google account, at least to my knowledge. I don't know how it works with if you I don't know what type of device you have for it, but that's at the very least to my knowledge what you can do. But I once again am not in your situation, so I apologize. I can't help you further. Alright, so now we are going to be building Togepi. So we're going to separate out Chansey's parts here. I do believe that's Togepi. Togepi. Alright, I'm going to have to figure out how to separate the white pieces. This is the first piece that I need. So I'm going to make sure all these pink pieces go here for now until they are needed at that time. Steal that white piece right there. Put this over there. I think these pink feet are going to go to Chansey. So there's going to go there. And alright, there's one peg from Togepi. So we're going to take all of this and we're going to move it onto the side over there just for now. So I'm going to take this starting piece right here and we're going to place this right on over here. And we're going to place this right on over here. And we're going to take these little nubbin pieces and they're going to just put these little caps on them. I just think that's so cute that they're even bothering to do Togepi at all. So I'm going to take this white piece. This is what you're going to be starting off with. So Stella Avila, you play Pokemon Go too? Hey, once again, I'm not saying anything bad about Pokemon Go. I totally love Pokemon Go. It's an amazing game. And once again, if you're now just tuning in, we are building the Forest Pokemon set here. We're working on the Togepi right now. So I totally love Pokemon Go. It's a pretty good game. I'm not saying anything bad against it. So now we're going to take these 3 pieces here, fit them on over these singular pieces, and just make sure these flat pieces like this line up, so that way we have ports on all of these sides, so that way we can build. So we're going to move this off to the side. I'm going to take these little pegs and these little feet. I'm going to take these white pegs and I'm going to peg them on into these tan little feet, or these little yellow feet right here. I think it's just so cute. I think it's so cute that we're building Togepi. And then it says we are going to then take those and we are going to shove them on into the Lego pieces that have ports at the bottom. So do that like so, and there's the bottom. Now we're going to flip our instruction booklet on over, and it says now we're going to take a single piece right here. I'm going to shove it right on there. Do the same thing on the back like that. And we're going to then take these little half egg shells, because that's kind of what Togepi is. He's a little half egg. And take this like that, and then we're going to take this, and then we're going to just line it all up properly. And there we have a little Togepi. There's a little Togepi. Hold on here. Am I the only one that has gotten a notification that was a tornado outside and Pokemon Go told me to go walk outside? Yeah, I don't think Pokemon Go knows when it's having a really bad day outside with Mother Nature. I don't know if that's the case. I'm pretty sure it is, though. I'm pretty sure they have no idea how well the weather is going to be that day. However, I can tell you that we have gotten Togepi done in this Pokemon set. So now we have 3 little Pokemon ready to go, like that. We have Eevee, Togepi, and Pikachu. So I'm going to move them off to the side. And once again, we have parts that are still left over. We take all of our spare parts. We put them in the bag. Unless we need them for Chansey, although I don't believe we need them for Chansey. I just think they add extra little parts, so that way we can have ourselves a little bit of a missing no Pokemon. So, Kitten Cat and 999, 10 out of 10. I wonder what do you mean by 10 out of 10? Do you mean the build, or do you mean my channel? I don't, or what do you mean by that? Or Pokemon Go is 10 out of 10. I don't know what I'm talking about here, so I apologize if that makes you not uncomfortable, but if that makes you I apologize if that does. If you don't, if you know, I'm just gonna keep building. I don't know how to talk to people today. All right, so we're going to start off making Chansey. And we need this black piece right here, and we need these pieces right here. So we are going to take this black piece right here. We're going to shove it right in the middle of that, and then we're going to take these 2 pink pieces. We're going to shove them right on. Oh, hold on, I messed this up. I need to get this piece 1 peg up, and then do the same thing with it with this one right here. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side with this one right here, and we have something that looks like this. So the set that you were building, and oh, thank you, I appreciate that both. I thank you, Kitten Cat 999. I really do appreciate that. You know, I've had a rough week last week. I had I ended up well, I don't know if I really should talk about it, because I really don't need to. But basically, I lost a friendship this week. Not as in like the person died, but as in like the person and I are no longer on speaking terms. We're no longer on things, and it's not a good thing. So I'm just choosing to leave that alone, and we're just going to be building stuff here tonight with everybody else. So take our triple gray piece here, and we're going to have it all up like that. So now we are going to flip the next page. So it's at this point we would be almost done with the build, but no, nay, we are not done. We are not done with this build yet. So now you're going to take our angle piece right here and put it right there, and we're going to take this and put it on like that. And then we are going to leave it like so for the moment, just for the moment. Now we're going to work on these pieces, which we're going to have it like this. We're going to have this piece right here, go like that. And we're going to take this single pink piece like this, and it's going to go like that. And we need to have two of these. So we're going to build the other one like so. So do that. We're going to do this with this one. So now we have our two pieces like that. We're going to place them like so. Our Chansey's body. Anybody ever notice that Chansey is one of the fattest Pokemon to ever exist? I mean, like, obviously I know Snorlax exists, but still. I mean, we can't throw can we throw Chansey under the bus? I think we can throw Chansey under the bus for this for a minute. But just throw that right on in there. Like that. So now that we've gotten this taken care of, we're going to take this back section here, and we're just going to we're going to take it like this, and we're going to place it on like that. So now we have Chansey's back. So, now we got this taken care of. We're going to flip it right back on up over here, and we're going to take this. Like that, and we're going to take this one right here, and we are going to make sure it all looks like this. So now that all of this is done, we can then take our half moon shaped pieces here, and we are going to then put those together like that, and we're going to put those together like that. And now we have this. So now we got to flip the gigantic book right here on over. It is a big thing. Do I say something? What do you mean, do I say something? Yeah, I don't know. So, anywho, going to build Chansey's little, I think they're her ears. Not quite sure, but I think that's what these are supposed to be. I think they're ears. I don't know. But we now have these pieces right here that are going to go right here. And we're going to make sure these are brought down. Do the same thing on the other side here on the other one. We're going to bring those down. All right, we gotta rotate this back one more time. I apologize. There we go. Now we have this looking like this. What do you want to say, Kitten Cat 999? Kind of nervous what you're about to tell me now. So basically, I forgot we need to take this piece and put it right here. Or I gotta put it up one right there. So yes or no what? What are you going to say? I don't know what you're going to say. How am I supposed to know what you're going to say if I don't know what you're going to say? So, I mean, if you're going to say it, then say it. I don't know what you're going to say, so I'm not going to stop you. It's the internet. So, like that. Put that together like that. And then take this, take one of these one pieces and put it down like this. So that way you can put it down like that. We built her crotch, or built Chansey's crotch, excuse me. Then let's take I'm going to take these next pieces over here. We're going to bring them over like so. And we have the body of Chansey all done. Now we're going to take the feet. We're going to put them on her like this. That. And I'm going to take our little Pokeball piece here. Or upside down Pokeball piece, I suppose you could say, like that. And we're almost done. Now I got to build Chansey's tail. So, alright, so now to build Chansey's tail, I need this pink ball joint, this pink peg, and this tail piece. And that's about it. So, I'm going to make sure it's in the right orientation though. And then put this here. And there we have Chansey all done. Now go ahead and say it. You built up the suspense. Need to know now. Need to know now, Kit and Cat 999. You built up so much suspense on this. I'd love to know what it is. So, but anyways, now we have all 4 of our Pokemon done. We have Chansey, Togepi, your Pikachu, who's like a little top heavy. We have him standing on stuff, and we have our Eevee all taken care of. So, anywho, we can start work on the actual set itself. Took 20 minutes to build 4 Pokemon, and take note, we have extra Chansey parts. So what do we do exactly with that again once more? We take it and we put it in here. Put it back in the bag. What do you mean by 1 out of 100, man? Oh, 1 out of 100 in the bag. But, well, I don't know what you mean by 1 out of 100. However, we put it, yes, back in the bag. We put it back in the bag. So, now that Chansey is all finished, we set, so we need to work with bags 4 and 5. And there appears to be... Dear Lord. I think this is bag... Nope, that's 10. There's bag 4. So, we can take the Pokemon, and we can move them off to the side. Oh, pick a number. 1 out of 100. 84. Sure, 84. We can go with the number 84. So, but now we can work with bags 4 and 5. So, we take this, and we are going to do the Johnny Drinks, the pour. Right there. And one more time with bag number 5. Take it and the pour. Right there. So, we're going to take bags 4 and 5, and we are going to put it right there. Yes, the number is 84. I picked the number 84, Kit and Cat 999. So, it says here we are going to take this large piece here. We're going to spread all this out a little bit here. I need to make sure we have all the right pieces. So, obviously, I'm pretty sure we have all the pieces we need, but just making sure. So, oh, hey, it came with a part. Oh my gosh, it came with a parts separator. I have to get up to level 84 in MM2 in Roblox. Well, good luck to you, sir, or person, or they them. I don't know what you identify as on the other side of the screen. However, I think it's cool. It came with a parts separator. I have never had one of these, and the fact that it even came in a set is just pretty freaking cool. So, however, good luck to you. I will possibly take a look at your Roblox account later, my friend. So, however, I think it's pretty neat that we got this. So we're going to move that off to the side now that we've got a piece to work with. So now we've got our gray piece right here. We're going to take this and we're going to line it up on this just like this. Then we're going to make sure, now it looks like we're getting our clip pieces ready to go. So it appears we need to have this piece, our little peg piece right here, go at the end of this. And our clip piece is going to go right at the end of this. And then we're going to take these little green covers here, and we're going to place them on this like that. Now this, in theory, obviously you can do this, but if you have the Bulbasaur's Forest Fun set, you can... I would suggest clipping it to this Pokemon Center because this is an actual Forest Pokemon Center. So... yeah. Alright, now we're going to build some more. So let's get one of our 4s ready to go, and one of our angle pieces ready to go. We're going to put that right there. We're going to put our 4 piece right here. Then we need our 2 piece right here. We're going to put it right there. And then we are going to take a singular piece and put it right here. We're going to bring in another base section piece. We're going to lay it down like that. We're going to bring a 4 piece in. We're going to bring it in. And we're going to... it's going to basically just build itself out. And we're going to bring, once again, another 4 piece. However, I may have gotten the wrong base plate mixed up. We need this base plate piece right here. And then we're going to put it right there, and that's how that's supposed to look for now. I'm going to take this blue piece, we're going to place it right here, and then we are going to take, let's see, where is that piece? It's not that one, it's not that one, it's not that one, it's this one right here. We're going to take this angular piece, and we are going to place it right here. So it looks something a little like this. Say, wait, wait, well, it seems to me that I have to farm all day tomorrow. Wait, if I have rebirth and passed level 84 already, does that mean I already completed or no? No, because I don't play Roblox. Me personally, I play Halo, Xbox games, I play Borderlands, I play Tiny Tina's Famous Magical Adventure, I play Call of Duty, I play, you know, I do play those types of games, but I also play a lot of adventure games like Pokemon, and, well, that's pretty much all the games that I have for the Switch. I don't really have any other games, but, yeah. So, I mean, I play lots of Pokemon, but lately I've been trying to get into Halo, trying to get that hero rank before Halo Infinite becomes an obsolete game, and I can no longer get that achievement. So, anywho, now we are going to work on the next side of, or maybe not the next side. We're just going to be working on this piece right here. So, now we need to find. Let's see, where are the white angular pieces that we need? It's not that one. It's not that one. It's definitely not that one. Where are those pieces? Okay, here's one. Found one of them. And let's see. Oh, here. I think this is. Nope, that's not the other one. Man, this is where the building becomes monotonous and partially annoying, because now you have to find out if you have all the pieces that you need. So I am fairly certain that the piece that I need is in here somewhere. I just don't know where. I need another one of these pieces here. That's a 2, that's 2, that's 2, that's a 2. Oh goodness, that's a 2. Oh, that's a 2. That's a 2. I need an angular piece like this. So now I gotta check all of the big bricks and see if it flew into them. Or fell into them, excuse me, not flew in, fell in. So, or make sure it's not underneath my instructions, to which it's not. So let's get this one piece in really quickly so that way we can search for our piece. Tell me if you can see it, because if you can see it in this, then I totally give you props and credit, and, oh, wait, I found it. I found the piece we need. Hooray. So, rate gun games out of 1 to 10. Okay. Now, this is where my opinion is going to be pretty controversial because I used to be a bit of a gamer back when I was a young lad, and I actually had time to kill. So, I could play all the games that I wanted, at least for a good time. And then all of a sudden, I got older, and I had to pay bills, and I had to get a job to pay those bills. So, my ranking on current modern games, it's a little limited to what I have. And that being said, to what I do have would be something along the lines of like I said, Halo or Borderlands and stuff like that. So the games that I'm going to be really ranking are more like Xbox exclusive games. I might rank a couple PlayStation games, but that's only the PlayStation games I've played. So bear with me as I rank them at my best to 1 out of 10. So honestly, if I had to give, like, if we're gonna start off with the first person shooters, I mean we got to start off with a couple classics, which are Call of Duty, Halo, and if I have to put in another one, Battlefield. So those guys have been really like the OG original shooters for a long, like first person shooters for the long time. So honestly, if I had to give you a ranking for those ones, like anything that came towards like the original series, like the original console wars, like for example the original Xbox, the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube, I'm gonna have to rank Halo to be specifically. I'm gonna rank Halo 1 because if I'm gonna start with Halo, I got to start with Halo 1. And Halo 1 has a special place in my heart over the fact that it was one of my very first person shooter games, and you might actually hear in the background that was my Xbox Series X giving me a notification that it's about to turn off in about 5 minutes if I don't do something about it. And because we're doing a live stream, we're not going to right now. So, exactly. Anywho, so the original Halo game, I'm going to rank that one pretty highly as it was also one of the first games that people just basically played all day, all night, no matter what. So I'm going to rank that one, if I have to rank it on a scale out of 1 to 10, I'm going to rank that one a 9. It's pretty special in my heart, and I can't, I just can't replace it. There's no game in my mind that could replace Halo Combat Evolved, like on its own. Halo Combat Evolved on its own gets a 9. It's a pretty high, at least for me. So the next game that I'm going to rank is Halo 2, as if we're going to go down in the chronological order. So Halo 2 to me was a pretty high note in my book because I do remember when it came out, but I was also once again a pretty young lad. However, my dad allowed me to play it when it came out because he waited up all night and got the whole, it was collector's edition, special edition kind of thing. And he got the steel book of Halo 2, which came with, I think it came with an index. I think it came with a couple of other things as well. But to be more specific, it came with the stuff that every nerd wanted. So that was basically my introduction to Halo 2. Now, once again, like I said, I have to rank it pretty stinking highly. That one, I have to rank it about an 8.5 because while yes, I did play it, it took me ages to finish because I was also once again a very young lad and I didn't have my dad sitting next to me helping me play the game. So that was one that I actually played by myself. Nobody else managed to help me in the slightest. I beat that game and almost never touched it again for a couple years until the Xbox 360 came out. So when that came out, it was a pretty high time in my family where we were just like, well, we have we're gonna get the Xbox 360, but we don't need it kind of situation. Not as in, it was more of an accessory to our household. So we got rid of our original Xbox. We were able to keep all of the games, fortunately. Thank the Lord that, Microsoft decided to make the Xbox 360 backwards compatible with those. So grateful for that. But the point being on that front is that I played Halo 3 when it came out. So Halo 3, um, so Halo 3 was definitely, you called 9. For which one? Call of Duty for me is a 10 out of 10. Okay, well, we're not on Call of Duty quite yet. I have, because we're building stuff and this is going to take a good minute, I'm going to give you guys some stories that happened to me with those video games. But point being is Call of Duty was definitely not the first game that I played, but it was definitely a high note in my childhood. So if you'll bear with me once we get all the way up to Halo, I think we'll get up to Halo 5 and then we'll call it quits with Halo, and then I'll tell you guys some more about some other games that I played when I was a kid. So so Halo 3 is one of the first games that I actually played, online. And it was very fun for me, but it was also another time in my life where it was just my life was just also not in a good place. So, I mean, I was, I was going back and forth between my parents' household, and I was about to turn 10 years old, and things just were not always working out for me. And I was also at the time starting to go through an autoimmune disease that we didn't know about yet, nor did we notice the signs of it quite yet. But that was right around the time I started to go through that. And it was not a very pleasant time for me because I was in and out of the bathroom and just not feeling good. And then, you know, that was that. But I will say this: Halo 3 brought me out of a dark place because I played that game for hours on end, and then I moved up to a different city, and I could not play the game anymore. It was slightly frustrating, but it was not the worst thing. Now we're on the next page, and we have to get to this. But like I said, if I had to rank Halo 3 on a scale out of 1 to 10, I would probably rank it on. I think that one gets a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm not even going to lie. That one probably gets a 10 out of 10 for me because there were countless hours that I played that game till the point where I was almost, grounded. There were times when I played that game and I was, to the point where I was like almost borderline like, you've got a problem. And then after a while, I ended up going to my mom's house. And in my mom's house, we did not really believe in video games all that much. And the reason why I say that is because I grew up LDS, and we didn't really believe in violent stuff, and there were other factors that led into it that were just nobody was really allowed to play video games one person in our household ruined it for everybody. If that's like the easiest way I can put it. So that was pretty much the whole gist of it. Was one person in the household ruined it for everybody else to have video games and anything of that nature. So whenever people did bring over video games, it was quite a rare sight. So that is going to skip us on to 2014, where I played Halo 4. And hmm I don't know what battle is going on in my comments section, but I'm just going to keep talking as if people are actually paying attention here. So, anyways, point being is that I didn't play video games for a good while. And then 2014 happened, and then Halo 4 happened. And let me be very clear, that was a very weird time for me, as I had been diagnosed with celiac, and I was just about to get diagnosed with Crohn's and ulcerative colitis, if I have to throw those two in there to go on to continue on with this. But the point is that I went through enough in my childhood to know that a doctor's office is not the worst place you can end up. Let's just leave it at that. So, and one thing that really frustrated me about going to that doctor's office was that they tried to prescribe me opiates, and I just don't do opiates. Those are just nasty things that just do not need to exist, at least in my opinion. And I just don't understand why people can't get over. Okay, maybe not get over, but maybe per se, like, I don't understand why people can't just take a high dosage of ibuprofen, or maybe something of the nature where it's like you're only taking like a pill to just like one pill to manage is all you really need, and then after that it's really like you need to stop and pay attention to yourself. And they tried to prescribe me opiates that I just did not want. And I it irritated the doctors, I'm not gonna lie. It did irritate the doctors, so but I told them, I said I didn't want it. They were like, well, you need it. And I'm like, no, I don't need it. And I managed without it. And because I lived in Washington, they prescribed me some herb that lots of people know of. And that's kind of how I managed to get over a lot of things in my teenage and early adulthood years. So, yeah. Now that I've fixed this and gotten this to the right way that it needs to be, I'm going to take this, put this right on in here. Make sure that all the things like that. So now we have a cylinder piece like this. So, but anyways, to continue on though, that was right around the time I started really getting into Transformers. But to continue on, Halo 4, I gotta answer that one. That's probably somewhere in the ballpark, at least for me. It's gonna rank a little high, but it's also not gonna be ranked very, very high. So I'm gonna place Halo 4 at around like a 7, maybe an 8 out of 10. Halo 5, however, that was when 343 really needed to do a restructure and needed to figure out their priorities with that, and they really did not. And so I feel like Halo 5 is supposed to be something different than what it was. And instead of giving us a proper Halo 5, which would have been able to play off of Halo 4 a little bit more than what was already given, I think Halo 5 deserves probably a 4 out of 10. Only on the story. Everything else is not, I don't give Halo 4 all that much, I don't give it too much credit because I also just don't think it needs I don't think Halo 4 needs to be shouted out a ton, but I do think it deserves at least some credit because 343 had nowhere else to go. And Halo 5 was just a disaster zone, so I can't really say all too much on that front. So here we have this mechanism, and we are going to take this piece here, and we are going to jam it right on in there, and it's going to rotate like this. This, I believe, is going to be I think this is going to be the healer. I think this is the Pokemon healer piece. I think that's the healer. So now we're going to flip our instructions over on their side. And we are going to take this and line this all up. And yeah, it's the healing station. That's pretty cool. And you just take it, and I guess you just rotate it like that. That's pretty sick. And then I'm going to assume you put Pokeballs in that. So now to flip the instructions over like this. Now, this is where things could get a little weird because this has... Okay, there's a piece on here that needs to be refitted. So this is why they give you this piece. Because I need this to come off of it like that and go right on in the center here. So that way, this peg piece is open. That's why they give you this, and I'm so grateful that this comes with this set. And how is this gun for my next war? I don't know. It's a comment section looking gun. I don't know exactly how to rate guns. I think it's a pretty cool looking one, but I don't really think it needs to. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what you're planning on doing there. Kitten Cat 999. I don't know what you're planning on doing, but I mean, I'm doing this. So I mean, you guys are more than welcome to join in on this, but I don't know. I don't know what your plan is. So now we have this all done and ready to go, and it rotates so that way we've got that all taken care of. So now that we've got all this done, we're going to take these glass window panes here and clip them on like that. And we're going to clip them on like this. And these are going to close up like so. And there you have the Pokemon Healing Centerpiece, pretty much almost done. Almost done. Not quite done, but almost done. And it appears I missed a piece. I need to take it single white too, and I need to put it right on up in here. Up in here, up in here. So, now that we've ranked that, I'm going to rank at least the Call of Duty games that I have personally played. Call of Duty. Okay, the first Call of Duty game that I personally played was Black Ops. So, if I have to rank anything, it's going to be Call of Duty Black Ops. Because I don't really know all the Call of Duty games. Trying not to remember them because I'm going to be honest with you, the fact that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is coming out when we didn't even get a 5, I just I feel like they were jumping at the gun and they just didn't know where to finish it. So we are almost done with this side of the Pokemon Center. And we're just finishing up this portion of the build. Man, this is going to be a large build. I didn't realize how large this was going to be. It might not fit the review table. It truly might not. I don't know. So that's where that's going. And then we can flip this over once more. And then we can take this wall section here, place you there. And then we're going to take this piece right here, stick that right on there. And then we're going to take this piece and we're going to place it right there. Please ignore the kitty cat. He's not allowed in here while I'm doing reviews. He's not allowed in here. He knows that. So, but, anywho, if you hear a cat meowing, he's not allowed in this room until he's done. Until I'm done here. So, for the next stream war... Oh, for the next stream war... it's what happened before I had to kill Meth Addiction before he killed Eggy Boy. I don't know what you're going on about here. I don't even know who you're talking about. I had to kill Meth Addiction before he killed Eggy Boy. I don't know what you're going on about there, Kitten Cat 999. However, once again, I'm gonna just continue ranking my video games. So Black Ops 1 was the game that I played first. So Black Ops 1, for me, it has a special place in my heart because it introduced me to zombies, and that was a really fun thing to do. Now, for you kids out there who do not know what zombies is, you need to go play it before you criticize us, quote-unquote, boomers. So, like, that's my suggestion to you, because that game was an insane game to play, and you did not earn a rite of passage until you played it. So, I mean, it was basically or die every time you turned on your Xbox 360. So that was the essential piece of Call of Duty Black Ops 2, at least in my opinion, was it was do or die every time you turned on that console. So, and every time you turned on that console, it was pretty much life or death. So, I mean, it was fun. Not gonna lie, it was a lot of fun. So we're gonna make sure that goes on like that, and then this lines up like that. And that's gonna go there. And then we're gonna take this, and it's gonna go there. That's gonna stay there, and I believe we are done with bags 4 and 5. So now we have the Pokemon healing piece ready to go. So you would open these up. You'd stick your Pokeball right on in there, close them back up like that, and then you take this little thing here and dun 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 dun, and there you go. It rotates like that. Pretty cool. So people love to trap me with all of the zombies. Oh, where is the cat? Oh, the cat. He's outside my room. I don't allow him in here when I do stuff like this. When I do stuff like this, he tends to be a little bit camera happy, and he likes to get in the way of everything. And also take note, we have an extra part. So what do we do with it? We put it back in the bag. Did you say you have a cat? Yes, I did say I have a cat, Kitten Cat. I do have a cat. He's been on a few live streams in the past. However, those people do not want me around anymore, so I just leave them alone. So, anyways, all right. So, and yes, we put it back in the bag. You're absolutely right. So now it says here, we're going to take this piece right here, and we're going to move it right on off to the side, because now we're going to be working on bags. It says we're going to be working on bags 6, 7, and 8. So here is 6, here is 7, and here is 8. So here are bags 6, 7, and 8. So you guys know it. You guys know it. Every time we open up a bag, we got to do the pour. And we got to do it. Oh, hold on. I missed a piece in this bag. Oof. I think I missed a drop, as Lucius Lux would say. So, but anywho, I got to clean that up there. And then here's another bag. We got to do it like Johnny Drinks. We got to do the pour. Like that. So, to continue on the ranking of video games here. No, nobody's watching. So, we dump this all back in here, like that. And we move off the bags. Remove the bags off to the side for now. So, it says here, start off, we need this white piece right here. And here we need this piece right here to start this off. And we also need this piece right here. And we need this piece right here. Continue. Now we are going to find these pieces here. And we are going to place these on the edge. Same thing here on the other side. Now to continue ranking all the other weird video games that I've been asked to rank, I have to say I did quite enjoy oh goodness, I did quite enjoy Transformers Rise of the Darks, or not Rise of the Dark Spark. I enjoyed the tie-in video games with the movies. I did enjoy those, particularly because those movies kind of got me out of a dark time in my life. So, geez, so now I gotta look for the piece that I'm looking for. I don't see the piece I'm looking for. Goodness. Oh, I need this. It's going to go in here. And then I need to take one of these and do that. Alright, so now that I know what I'm doing, I'm grabbing pieces and playing them. So, to rank those, like I said, all the Call of Duty games kind of fall in the same place for me. Like, if I had to rank Black Ops 1 and 2, Black Ops 1 was a pretty freaking good game, I'm not going to lie. I quite enjoyed Black Ops 2 more than I did like Black Ops 1. In fact, that's the only 360 Call of Duty Black Ops game that I've still got. So that is one of the few games that I actually still have. Now that we've made this, now we have to bring back in our station piece right here. And we are to place these pieces on that like this. I think this is supposed to be a teetering platform. So, yeah. And then we have to bring this piece in to build some more of this end piece, which is a little bit silly if you ask me, but it's all good. So, that's not the piece we need. This is the piece we need, and this is the piece we're trying to connect, like that. So, honestly, I think Call of Duty Black Ops 1, it ranks, like I said, that ranks about maybe like a 6 or 7 to me. The next game that I played was Advanced Warfare, and then after that was Black Ops 2. So, Advanced Warfare for me was pretty fun. I quite enjoyed that game. Advanced Warfare, to me, I think that deserves a okay ranking. I think that was actually the first Call of Duty game that I bought on my own without waiting for Christmas, without waiting for, holidays and stuff like that. So, I think Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was my first was like the game that I absolutely loved, or Advanced Warfare, excuse me, not Advanced Warfare, Advanced Warfare. So, anywho, um, to continue on the whole thing of Black Ops, I think, well, maybe not Black Ops, but Advanced Warfare. Advanced Warfare was a 6. Black Ops 2 was an honest 7.5 to 8. Like, I honestly could play that over and over and over and over again and never, ever, ever get bored. So, that one is a quite possibly one of my favorite games ever. Same with same like I said with Combat Evolved. I can play that game over and over and over and over and over and over again and still not get bored. So, alrighty, let's see here. Now we need to build this piece here and get this built. So that way, this is what this looks like, and I'm going to put it at the bottom, actually right smack dab in the middle of this. So that way this is like this, and then we are to take our tan piece right over here, and we're going to just stick it right there, and then it says trapdoor piece supposed to go like that, and like this. So, I don't know what that's supposed to do, but I'm sure we will find out later on in this build. So, anywho, it says, have you played all of Call of Duty World War One or World War Two or both? Okay, I played World War Two. I did not play World War One. Specifically, I personally like to believe this, but I don't know if this is true or not. I played World War Two, and actually, that is one of the few Call of Duty games I am going to give an outstanding 100, like 10 out of 10, like game. Like I loved that game. That game was amazing, and the reason why I love that game and I choose to believe it is so amazing is because I think Sergeant Turner is based off of my great grandfather, and the only thing that I have to support this wild theory is the fact that my grandfather was basically named William Turner, and that's who the guy's name is in the whole thing. And I choose to believe that they honored my grandfather. I choose to believe that. You guys don't have to. I'm pretty sure that's not even the reason they did it, but I choose to believe that. And it's something that has kind of made me, think, maybe our veterans could, did get some sort of recognition, but I don't think they really get much recognition at all in this country anymore, like they used to. So, working on another mechanism piece now. Great. So, we don't need that long white one. We need this short white one. This piece right here. And we need this to go all the way through like that. And we need this piece like right here. And it's going to look something like this. And then we are going to take another short white one. Provided there is another short white one somewhere around here. There it is. It's just hiding places it shouldn't be. So take this, do that. We're going to take this next one, and we're going to place it like that. And then we are going to take this long rod piece here and this orange piece here, and we are going to show this black piece all the way down it, and then into that one like so. And then we're going to take this gray piece and shove that on right there. And then we're going to take our final cover piece, which is right here, and that's going to go right in front like that. So, yeah, World War II to me gets a very high ranking. It gets a very high rank for me. I loved that game. That game was amazing, at least to me. So, you can choose to believe what you want to believe. I am choosing to believe that my great grandfather was in the game, and I choose to leave that as it were. So, Anywho, we're going to work on the next piece here, and that means we're going to be grabbing this piece right here, and we're going to take another one of our orange pieces, and we're going to slide it all the way on, like this, and then make sure all of this is within reasonable grasp, like so. Okay, that wants it super tight, but I don't like that being super tight. I'm going to make sure this has some space. And that's pretty much how they want it to look. I'm going to space this a bit here. So that way this has got some space to move. So that's going to go like that. And then the final one is going to go on like this. And then we grab our gear piece like this and shove this on like that. Now, I don't know what this mechanism is going to do, but we are going to shove it right here, it says. And we got to line up all the bricks and make sure they all fit. One's got to go here. Come on. Okay, there we go. That one's going there. This one's going here. And this all is supposed to... Okay. There we go. That's what this needs to do. I need this piece to scooch back a bit, like that. And then I need it to go into the mechanism like that. There we go. So that way, it's supposed to move something like this. There we go. That's pretty cool. We got all the mechanisms mostly working. Okay, maybe this needs to come back out for a brief moment. But honestly, I don't like this being moving like that. So whatever happens, it happens. So anyway, we're going to push most of this back on in. And we'll pull this out just a smidge, and it all should work just now. These platforms should move for the most part and should work just fine. So, although, because but you know what? I'm just gonna leave it be. I'll fix this at a later day. I don't need to fix it right this second. I'm just glad this one works. This one, there we go. So, anywho, now we are going to. Yes. Well, okay. Now, when you say I loved World War II, there's so many ways that could be determined. However, I know what you're talking about, and I'm pretty sure you know what you're talking about too. So, I'm going to say that I love World War II as a history subject because it's one of those things that you just don't really hear that anymore. You just don't hear it, spoken about anymore. You don't really hear it talked about in schools. It's one of those subjects that just makes me go, I don't understand, I truly do not understand what happened. World War II, I know can be a touchy subject for certain people, but I like talking about it because it was one of those times that everybody was doing crazy things, doing crazy shit all the way around, and they didn't know what to do. Everything was going on. So, alright, so, now, good lord, this is truly taking forever. So, but anyways, now let's see. My favorite Pokemon game was Black 2, but I'm not gonna say that was my the last Pokemon game I played. No, the last Pokemon game I played was Scarlet and Violet. I got Pokemon Scarlet. I happened to get it as it was kind of a funny story how I got Scarlet and Violet. So I got Scarlet as as an addition to me buying my very first Switch. And my very first Switch was a Switch Lite. And I got a Switch Lite because I thought, well, I don't need, the most expensive thing. I just need something that's going to be form factor and useful, and I just don't need to worry about buying, being fancy pants Rich McGee, like from all of the shorts and all the stuff like that. I just didn't need to be that. To me, I felt like I just needed a regular old Switch. Well, when I started playing Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, I think I bought Let's Go Pikachu, and when I started playing that, you could not play that very well on a regular old Switch Lite. And every time I would try to play the game, it would just, it would have a fit. It didn't work right, or it would just, it just wasn't exactly the game that it was promising me to be. So I just had to basically let that game kind of just go. And so when I sold my Switch Lite, I ended up getting a regular old Switch, but it was from a lady who was talking to me about how the fact she did not need a big Switch for her son who was just, destroying stuff. And I can totally understand that. Once again, I can totally understand that. That is definitely a worthy thing to not want a child to be thrown around and destroying. That's definitely not something you want to have break. So I told her, I said, hey, look, I'll trade you my Switch Lite for your Switch. And she said, okay. I was like, fantastic. And then I said, do you happen to have any Pokemon games? And she said, well, I have one. And I said, which one is it? And she just sent me a picture of Scarlet. And I was like, I want it. I said, is there anything that you'd be willing to trade for it? And she said, well, my brother loves Pokemon cards. Would you happen to have any of those lying around? And I just so happened to have some Pokemon cards lying around. And I traded them to her, and she was a little hesitant at first, which honestly I don't blame her. I'm a weirdo trying to buy a Switch from a lady who's trying to get rid of it because her son can't be, can't be responsible with it. I understand that. I'm a weirdo looking for a video game console. So I understand where her mind was at. I truly do. So I'm in the parking lot. I'm waiting for her to get over there with my Switch. I'm waiting. I'm about ready to leave. I am just about to leave. And this woman finally shows up, and I'm like, awesome. I'm getting and I'm getting Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And when I got there, she did not want to give me Pokemon Scarlet. And I was like, what? We agreed I was going to get Pokemon Scarlet if I give you Pokemon cards. You already told me that you would. And she was like, well, I kind of don't want to. It's just not, it's not something that I'm really comfortable with. And then she was like, I appreciate you coming through all the effort, though. So she ended up telling me, you know what? I apologize for even thinking that this was not even a good thing for you to do. I'm going to. She goes, I'll just give you Scarlet. So I gave her the Pokemon cards anyway, and she was very grateful, very happy about that. And I'm like, as you should be. There's some, I went through a lot of trouble with some of this stuff. Like, for example, I gave her the Pokemon, I gave her Let's Go Pikachu, and I gave her, what else did I give her? Oh yeah, and I gave her the Pokemon cards along, and they were not cheap cards. They were like the 2000, I think they were like a 2014 battle set, or like a championship set, something like that. And there was a bunch of cards still in there. They had the tokens, they had all of that stuff. So I thought it was nice. I thought it was great, but I don't know what her thought process was going on that day, but she tried to change details on me at the last minute. I don't like changing details at the last minute. It's in life or death. And she was like, okay. So it was fine, but hold on here. Have you heard of the White Death sniper? I have not. Over 350 killed per from World War II. White Death, but I did well, Gunny Hathcock, who was in Vietnam. There was an episode of Mythbusters about him. He used to be a World War II sniper, and at least this is how it starts. Is he used to be a World War II sniper, and when Vietnam came knocking, he basically said, "I'll fight for the United States." And in the Vietnam, he basically took out, uh, at least according to him, he took out like nearly 50 snipers in the trees, and allegedly the only reason why he was able to get them so well is because he saw the glint of their sniper rifles inside of, like, or maybe not inside, but he saw the glint of their sniper rifles in the trees, and so he was able to basically. Oh, this is going to be a weird mechanism to move, but okay, maybe not. But anyways, the whole Pokemon inside of the Pokemon Center is starting to come together now. We have the turning mechanism. So, but if you think it, yeah, Gunny Hathcock, he used to be a World War II sniper, and the Mythbusters basically did an episode about it where he was able to shoot, he was able to shoot the Vietnam snipers through their scopes. Like there was a scope, and take note, a scope has like six or seven different pieces of glass in there, so that way you can accurately hit your target. And the only reason I know this is because I'm a Boy Scout, and we were taught by military snipers on how to shoot our targets in order to get our merit badge. And so when we went into those places, they basically taught us, hey, this is how we did it. We suggest you give this a try as well. And this was before the Boy Scouts is now, before it basically was called Scouting of America, or something of the nature where they're now involving Girl Scouts in that. I was not a part of that. I basically got my Eagle Scout and then left the whole thing. So I am kind of on the fence about where things stand nowadays. But anywho, to continue on with that, the myth is that you could you shoot through a sniper scope and accurately kill your target. And they found out with the first time they tried it, they found out it was almost impossible. But the reason why they found that it was almost impossible was because they were using non-period accurate sniper scopes. And so when you use a period accurate sniper scope, it basically there's only like three to four pieces of glass in the scope, so less glass to go through, and there's less for you to have to hit your target. And so basically when they tested it the second time, they were like, okay, let's do that. And when it barely made it through the scope, and I say barely made it through the scope, they said, we don't know that this is possible, we don't know that this is anything. And then the range master who was there with them basically said, give me just a second. And he brought out period accurate armor piercing rounds. And period accurate armor piercing rounds are not an easy thing to come by these days. Let me just be very clear. And even back then, it wasn't very easy to come by. But he brought period accurate armor piercing rounds, and they managed to get it to go right through the sniper scope and right through the dummy that they had behind it. And they had to literally bring the dummy back to the base of operations that they had, and they had to basically dissect their ballistics gel dummy because they could not find the bullet sitting inside the scope or outside the scope. And basically they were just like, okay, we don't know where the bullet is, and so they basically took it back, and they found out that the bullet was lodged inside the guy's head, or Buster, as they called him. That's their dummy's name. His name is Buster. He's typically made with a lot of ballistics gel. So this is where this tool comes into play, people. Ah, there we go. I messed up the instructions, and I am going to now pay the price. So you want them on like this to connect all of this up together like that. And that we're diligently working on this Pokemon Center, guys. This Pokemon Center is so close to being done. So there's that, and then there's this, and then there is this, and then we take, I gotta make sure all of this snaps into place, and then we gotta make sure this one goes into place, we gotta make sure this one goes into place. Alright, we're working on the next portion here. And take note, we still have bags 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 to go. So we still have quite a few bags to get through before we're going to be done with this entire set. But to continue on with the whole thing that was going on prior to this, yeah, that's how we found out about that. Anywho, so to continue ranking some of the more video games, I guess, it was shortly after that, like in 2014, 2006, like 2014 to 2017, I didn't really play Xbox all that much. Actually, not 2008, 17. It was 2014 to 2016. That was when I bought my Xbox One. I bought my Xbox One a year after it came out. I was trying to get the Halo 5 Collector's Edition. I did not. It wasn't. Honestly, now that I look at that console, it's not the worst console ever, but it's not my favorite. So that goes there. This goes here. And this piece goes right on in here. There we go. And here we have just a few pieces that are left over. So if one piece was dropped, you know, things could be worse. Oh, gotta stand up. Gotta stand up for a moment here. It's been sitting way too long. Been sitting way too long. So, oh, goodness here. However, y'all know the rules. We put the extra pieces back in the bag. So, that's bag 5. Let's put these in bag 7. So, anywho, thank you for continuously tuning in and staying watching us. I do appreciate that. I mean, you have no idea what has been going on with me lately this week. So we put them right in the bag, and we're going to place those bags with the other bags that have spare parts. So now we can... Actually, it says we are supposed to, and get ready for this, we're actually supposed to add Pokemon to this. So we're supposed to add our Eevee, we're supposed to add our Pikachu, and we're supposed to add our Chansey. So Eevee gets placed out here. So Eevee's going right there. Pikachu gets to stand his little ass in here. Okay, I need to move his hand. And then I can shove him right there. And then, see, y'all know, goes behind the line at the Pokemon Center. So then everything basically just moves along the lines like this, or was supposed to. This piece came undone, so we have to remove Chansey and do this. But at the very least, we can then take this piece and we can try. I'm gonna attempt to work this into being the way that it is. So I'm just gonna let this sit for now. We're gonna just put Chansey back and the PC back. So I'll put this right back here. But point is that we have, I believe we are halfway done with our Pokemon Center. I will go back later and I'll fix that. But there you have a Pokemon Center ready to go. with all of everything going on inside it. So, and pieces are now falling off that I'm not going to fix because it's a little late and this whole thing is done. So now that piece is done, we go to the very next bag, which is bags 9 and 10, and this is going to be the grassy knoll field here that's right next to it. You know, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think I'm going to do a part 2 to this live stream. It's late. It's like almost midnight, or not midnight. It's pretty late here. So I'm going to get this done, and we're going to finish this tomorrow. So this is part 1 of Build That Pokemon, Build the Forest Pokemon Center, where it has 4 different Pokemon, and then we have to work on... There's a lot to work on this, but we will finish it tomorrow. So, anywho, I appreciate everybody that has come in. So, Kitten Cat 999. Hold on here. Who do we have along the lines here? We also had Stella Avila. I'm pretty sure you showed up as well. If you went to one of our live streams before. We also had Lancelot Adventures, so you getting a shout out here. And Diane Koch, I'm pleased for you guys to have come tonight, and we will pick this back up tomorrow sometime around noon in the afternoon. So if you guys want to stay tuned into that, I do appreciate it. So anyways, this is Thomas Fan 01 basically shouting out iStar552, Bravely GG, Jordy's Rail Videos, Patrick with the Y, Riveted Reviews, and Take Along Productions. I know they all do some amazing work and have done so in the past and will continue to do so in the future. So, anywho, this is Thomas Fan 01 once again, finally taking time. And also, take note, you don't have to show up right on time. Just know that it's going to happen tomorrow sometime around noon. And you guys can totally catch all of the other Build That Pokemons that I've done in the past and will probably do in the future on the Build That Pokemon playlist, which I will leave a link to in the description down below. Also, do not forget to drop a like on this video if you haven't already. I've seen quite a few likes already pop up on this video, so I'm very pleased that that's happened. So, anywho, thank you once again, and this is Thomas Fan 01 saying, do not forget to keep building your toys. Goodbye.